Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope everyone's doing really well and having a good week. If you're new around here, my name is Ryan and I'm a beginner rider on the Kawasaki Ninja 650. In today's video, I'm taking you along on my trip from Marlborough to Bourton on the water, and I'm going to talk about what the ride was like as someone who's still fairly new, the kind of anxiety I get around riding, especially before heading out on the road. And towards the end, I'll share a few tips for anyone getting ready for their UK full motorbike licence. If you're watching this and you remember your early rides, let me know in the comments where you first went, because this is a big deal for me heading out on my first solo trip. So let's get into it then. I want to discuss about pre-riding anxiety, and to give you a bit of context, a bit of background about me, I actually love adrenaline. I love the feeling of adrenaline. Roller coasters, theme parks. I'm someone that frequents a lot of theme parks, whether it's here or abroad. I don't have a fear of riding at all, I would say. I actually love the feeling of the bike pull-in and the whole buzz that comes with it. In a nutshell, I'm just someone who shits their pants slightly more than the average rider, especially being newish to it all. So again, it doesn't stop me getting on the bike. It doesn't put me off going out anywhere new. It's just something I'm very aware of, that I get a bit of tension that happens before the ride rather than during it. So specifically for me, it's the getting your gear on, checking the route. I check the weather to see what the wind is like. That's what starts to flick the nerves on for me once I've made the decision that I'm going out on the bike. Once I'm actually moving, and after around sort of 10-15 minutes, I'm usually fine. But I'd be curious to find out if any of you guys get the same pre-ride tension. Let me know. I just want to know how common it is, whether it's a new rider thing or whether you guys that are experienced riders still get it too, and whether it goes in time and the more experience you get underneath your belt. So this ride was a big deal to me. As I said at the start, this is my furthest solo trip, or solo ride if you like, that I've done so far since passing. I passed about a year and a half ago. It's not a huge distance in terms of mileage, but when you're new and still building that confidence and experience, going somewhere unfamiliar on unfamiliar roads, for me feels like a proper step up. So doing this route, somewhere new on the bike, even with the sort of pre-ride tension beforehand, felt like huge progress for me in my riding experience and my riding journey, which is why, again, I started this channel to document my progress around riding, and if I'm getting better, and being able to look back and seeing my progress through these videos. But this is also why I love the Ninja 650, because as a beginner rider, it's so forgiving with any sort of little mistakes I may make on any new journey or ride that I go on. It's always smooth, it's always predictable. Even if I make a mistake on the throttle or the clutch, it's so forgiving. And it's one of the standout features that made me choose the Ninja 650. I've got to say also, this little part here as I'm going past the traffic with bikers that you can see on my right hand side, I got more nods off them bikers than I've probably had in my biking journey so far as well. So it's still a nice feeling as a new rider when you go past bikers and they nod. It's something, I don't know, it just puts another smile on my face than one I've already got from riding this bike. I absolutely love it. It just adds to the journey. One thing I find really interesting since being a bike rider, if you like, a biker, is how completely different it is to driving a car, in the sense of your alertness and the questions you ask. When you drive a car down these roads, you're just in sort of, I don't know, you're zoned in, you're not really paying attention as much. But on a bike, the amount of questions I ask is insane. So things like, am I in the right lane position? Is that car behind me too close? Am I the right speed? Is this corner coming up? Am I at the right speed for this corner? All them types of stuff. I just find it really fascinating. The questions I go through in my head compared to if I was in a car is completely different. Okay, as you can see, I'm just pulling into Bourton on the water now, and I was absolutely buzzing at this point because one, I'd made it, but two, just I'd had the confidence to do it and just go there. Bourton on the Water, I've been before in the car, but not the roads I'd just been on, and especially not on a bike, so it was a big deal for me. For those of you that have never been to Bourton on the Water, it's one of those villages that it looks like it's been pulled straight off of a postcard. So the river Windrush, I think it's called, runs right through the middle of it, and it's really shallow. That's why you always see people running in and out of it, paddling in it during the sort of summer months. But the village is beautiful. I think it dates back, I had a look on Google, to the Bronze Age, but it's just picturesque. So you get a lot of tourists there that want to see England for what it is, really. It's proper Cotswoldy. It's really nice. And an interesting little fact, it's actually the home to the Cotswold Motoring Museum, where the original little yellow car from the TV show Brum actually lives, so you can go and see it. But yeah, just an interesting little fact there. But it's a beautiful village. You'll see as I come into it now how busy it is. I actually struggled to get parking in the motorbike bay because these bikers that are about to overtake me shortly, they got there first, which teaches me to get there a bit quicker and learn to filter through traffic. But eventually I found spaces and had a beautiful walk around Bourton on the Water, which I'll show you some footage of now. Okay, so I said before I go, I will go through some quick tips if you've got your test coming up to help you prep and calm the nerves. So here are my 5 quick fire tips. Number 1, listen to music, something relaxing or something that puts you in a good mood. It definitely helps settles your nerves, your head, and stops the overthinking spiral. Number 2, watch YouTube videos. Hearing other people's experiences of taking the test will make it feel way less intimidating, and then you know what to expect. Number 3, don't overthink the examiner. He's a biker too, and they genuinely want you to pass. They're not there to catch you out. Number 4, take it one moment at a time. Don't think about the whole test day. Just deal with the next turn, the next observation, the next instruction. Break the day down, and it will make it a lot easier and less stressful. And number 5, treat the test like a normal ride. It's not a performance. The examiner's not looking for perfection. They're looking for safe, smooth, and that you're aware when riding. So that's my 5 quick fire tips to prep for your test. Good luck if you do have your test coming up, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys.